So, listen carefully, behave, do the work what they're supposed to, and follow instructions, and be honest and never tell lies. I reckon that a good learner behaves themselves, listens to their teacher when they're calling out instructions, does their work, never gives up, and has a growth mindset. Always be brave and do your work. If you don't know, just give it a go, and then you learn from your mistakes, and that makes you a good learner. And always have grit, never give up, even that you think it's impossible. Never give up in your learning, and always be engaged in your work. Effective learner is also risk-taking. They're always getting in the pit, they're resourceful, and they don't stop until they achieve what they want to achieve, and then once they've achieved that, they're going to see if they can achieve more than that. What makes a good learner is someone who's engaged, who's goal setting, organised, not being silly, and always on task and not distracting others, and not letting the others distract them.
Sitting with their legs crossed and doing the 5 L's. Yes. Write letters. Listen to people. Be good readers.
Like when you get up to a really tricky problem in one of your tasks, just do grit and show grit and get through it all. But if you get really stuck, go back to what you already know to come and do what you need to do, or be creative and make your own answer, and then find out the new answer by using your own answer.
If you get in the pit, you can always try and get out of the pit by keep on trying and keep on trying.
The best way to get out of the pit is either using gritty, definitely, creative by making your own answers, or connected by getting someone who's stuck as well in your part, by connecting your brains and making the grit bigger.
They listen to the teacher and they practice and they learn words, and also they learn numbers. They always get a prize some days when their heart gets coloured in.
If you're in the pit and you're trying to get out of the pit, you just keep trying and you don't give up. You never ever give up. If you don't know, if you need some help, you could ask somebody. You could keep going out, up and up to get out of the pit, and then if you get stuck in it again, like doing work, you can go up and by asking the teacher. If you make a mistake, you can keep going and just forget about this mistake. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake, you can refix it. And if you do get a mistake, you can cross it out and try again.
They listen to the teacher. They ask what they're told to do.
Okay, they check they know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being persistent, trying your best, being positive, having a growth mindset, being nice,
having a growth mindset, being persistent, being brave, helping others, being creative. To be a good learner, you have to listen to other people's ideas and stuff, and you have to listen to the teacher.
I need to listen to the teachers and do what they say.
Focus.
Yeah, focus on their work and do all their work properly and get correctly most of the time. And
you have to be engaged because you don't want to mess around and then you don't know what you're doing. And you have to stay focused and you ask questions to get more information about what you're doing.
I think you have to be sort of creative because just experimenting with new ideas. If they don't work, that's fine. If they do, good luck. Being creative is a really good skill to have because you keep trying, keep going. Don't stop. If you're creative, create new ideas, make new ideas. So if you have your heart set on something, don't just say, oh, I don't want to do this. Don't just do the average. See if you can create some new ideas.
A good writer,
Yeah, good at writing.
a good thinker,
Yeah.
a good listener,
Anything else?
people who are confident,
Confident, okay.
that they do extra learning,
They do extra, they do a bit more, okay.
be quiet
They're quiet. When are they quiet?
when they concentrate.
Okay.
What makes a good learner is when you're in the pit and you make yourself go out of the pit, you be brave and take a risk of trying and challenging yourself. Be gritty by trying to do your best and not giving up. You're doing your best. You're being persistent. You're being resilient.
Yep.
You're open-minded. You're being brave. You're connected. You're collaborating.
A good learner looks like.
So a good learner needs to have a bit of time to think rather than going off the get-go. Yeah, and it's good to learn to take some time rather than go straight away. Getting a bit quicker in their work.
Well, a good learner, you need to be brave, which means you've got to be resilient. If you fail, you have to be really, really brave, and you got to try again and show some grit, which ties into with being connected and with your peers and with your learning in a way. And you've got to be creative with you got to be creative in your learning. You got to be creative basically all the time, not just school, not just learning, not just work. You got to do it all the time. You got to look for challenges and be very curious and be mindful what you do, because
don't take notice of any distractions in your learning, because that will affect your learning and you won't be as such a good learner anymore. So you got to be brave, gritty, engaged in your work. You got to be focused. You got to keep an eye on your work. Don't take any notice of anything else or any other distractions unless you really need to. You need to be creative, connected, and you need to be self-aware. You need to be organised. You need to set some goals, and you need to be really reflective. Reflect on what you've already learnt or what you've already done, and try and be some more creative and see how you can make that a really good work and make it work and make yourself a really good learner.
Think positively. That's what you should. Yeah.
Yeah, I think pay attention to the teacher and try to enjoy school as much as you can. Yeah.
Do your best.
Yeah. And try your hardest. Just if someone's annoying you, or just move away and.
Yeah, and try not talk to your friends that often and focus on your work. Up to be in the pit. So when you're struggling on a topic or a subject, you're in the pit, and to get out of it, you have to keep on trying and
Be gritty.
Yeah.
And connected to your learning. So try to think about what you're doing and how you could do that better. You have to be self-aware in your learning, so you have to know what you're doing and know how you can be better at that and how you could improve what you're doing.
and learn from your mistakes. And
Well, a good learner should probably listen and not really fiddle with the stuff on the table.
And a good learner should always have their stationery ready and not be late for stationery. So if the teacher said get your pencil out, so in case you should have your pencil in front of you ready.
Oh, and you should always ask questions if you don't understand something.
That's what I was about to say.
So there's gritty, and so you keep on trying. Even if you fail, you try and do it another way. If it doesn't work, you keep on going until you get it.
Yeah, I think that being brave is really important, because if you just stay in the safe zone, then you won't really learn much more. You just kind of stick with what you know. But if you be brave and go for a challenge, then you'll learn a lot more.
And creative is important, so it's thinking outside the box, being unique and doing different stuff and trying new things as well. So there's being self-aware, so that's knowing what you can do and knowing what you can't do, and organising yourself and reflecting.
Yes, and making goals so that you can achieve, and not goals that are way out there that you know you can't achieve.
So there's being self-aware, so that's knowing what you can do and knowing what you can't do, and organising yourself and reflecting.
Yes, and making goals so that you can achieve, and not goals that are way out there that you know you can't achieve.
I'm a good learner when I listen and follow instructions and try not make any mistakes.
Always listen to your teacher.
And listening to teachers, focusing, and get gritty, just keep going, be brave, resilient, self-aware, and engaged. and try your best.
Be engaged, gritty, brave, connected, and ask questions.
Yeah.
I think a good learner means that you should listen more and listen to what you have to do and try your best.
You could learn more about it for the bits of the project that you don't know. And if you forgot, you'll remember and you'll be able to teach some of your friends and family.
About self-aware, reflective is the stuff that you are looking on what you did in the past and looking on from then to try and improve on some things. Organised is like getting ready, being ready, and then to goal setting, you're setting yourself not too hard, not too easy goals and stuff like that.
I think a good learner sets goals and they follow the effective learner profile, which is being brave and self-aware and connected and gritty and connected. And I think connected's the most important one, because if you're not connected, you won't learn things, and if you don't learn things, you can't be a good learner. And you also have to be very creative. And when you're creative, you think of new ideas and you're very resourceful. And if you're brave, you take risks and always looking for new challenges. And if you're gritty, you're always getting in the pit. And if you keep on being gritty through the whole subject, you'll eventually get out of the pit to Eureka.